So with Jack the Milkman, it was supposed to open on Monday, and then came Friday afternoon with the announcement. We just decided why not we just do Saturday instead, because lockdown, and then people have nowhere to go, and then we might as well serve the local community coffee.
This week on Dirty Linen, it comes as no surprise for you to learn that we are going to stick with the Melbourne lockdown and just check in with people and see how they're going. Today, we're chatting to Jesslyn Chhua. She is the owner of two cafes along with her husband, Kane. There's Jack the Geezer in Middle Park, and there is Jack the Milkman, which they have chosen to open. Well, didn't choose, but happened to open for its first day ever as Melbourne went into lockdown. Jesslyn, how's it going?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, Dani?
I am really well. Now, I firstly want to ask you who Jack is that you've named your cafes after.
No one really. We just thought that it's sort of like rhyme. At the time when we named Jack the Geezer, we did engage a marketer in the market to survey or more like research about the local populations, and then come up with a few names for us to choose. And we decided to go with Jack the Geezer because
it's a memorable name, that's for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
So your second cafe, Jack the Milkman, is in Murrumbeena, sort of Bayside, Melbourne. Tell us about the process of opening it and how the news that Melbourne was heading into a third lockdown struck you along the way.
Yeah, so with Jack the Milkman, while we were still waiting for council approval for the dine-in cafe, we decided to start off with the takeaway first. And it was supposed to open on Monday because we only got council approval for takeaway on Friday morning. And then, came Friday afternoon with the announcement. We just decided why not we just do Saturday instead, because, lockdown, and then people have nowhere to go, and then we might as well serve the local community coffee.
Yeah, right. It's so crazy, such crazy timing. So I'm speaking to you on Monday, and it's right in the middle of what's hoped to be a 5-day lockdown. Tell us what the weekend's been like. Has the community been waiting for you to open, and how have they supported you over the past couple of days?
It was amazing, the support that we received locally. So we had set up our social about 2 weeks ago, and just by then we have people walking past the store, seeing the renovation and all that. They pop in and ask about what we're doing and all that, and then they start following us on social media. So at that time we have about 80 or 90 people already on our social media. And when we decided to open, we did a post on Friday evening around 7 p.m., 8 a.m. And the response was just amazing. One of the customer actually repost our post to the local Facebook community page, and we have 140 response to that.
Wow.
Yeah, 140 likes and close to 50 comments and all that. So then on the weekend, it's just crazy. We have a lot of food traffic, and because it's next to the Murrumbeena Park, and we have there's a playground in there as well. So a lot of kids and parents walk past there, going to the park, exercise, and all come through. Yeah, so it was really great, and we're very grateful. Yeah.
So, I mean, you wouldn't choose to open a business under these circumstances, but how do you think you'll regard it? Do you think you'll look back on it that actually it was a good time to connect with the community?
I think this is the best time. I know we're all really sad. I was quite sad about the lockdown as well, but it's such a good timing that because of the lockdown, people tend to trap at home and nothing is open. Only the playground or outdoor exercise that you can go to, and that's what all the crowds are coming here too, and they all walk past the cafe. So it's I should say we're quite fortunate that we come across this period of time, and I love it.
That's so funny. It's I mean, I think we can all agree that it sucks to be in lockdown, but I love these silver linings. I know that, I was speaking to someone on a walk yesterday, and she was saying, it was actually really nice to wake up on the weekend and, everything was so quiet. I just really appreciated the peace. So I suppose, as much as this isn't a situation that we want to be in, I think, why not look for those little bonuses that come along the way? And I guess, when people ask you in 10 years when you opened the cafe and you say, well, it was Melbourne's third lockdown, everyone will know exactly what you mean.
Exactly. Yeah. It's sort of like as you said, it's quite good as well. Like you can actually slow down a bit and enjoy yourself.
So you're in an interesting position. This is your second business, you and your husband. And so you've obviously been through the whole pandemic with your cafe in Middle Park. Can you tell me about that journey? What's that been like?
Lockdown when in March 2020, if I still remember the date correctly. Yeah. So at that time we were supposed to be prepared for the Grand Prix. So because we're so close there. Yeah, and it was very interesting at that time. So we sort of hoped that it shouldn't go ahead because we were quite scared as well at that time about the virus. But because the Grand Prix was still went ahead that day, and we still proceed with the business as per normal. But I think at that time there was like a few known cases at the Grand Prix, so this shutdown was just like straight away, and yeah, we just have to respond to that straight away. And my husband was quite quick witted as well. Like he actually went into takeaway mode 1 week before the government announced that we should only do takeaway. He was quite cautious. So we were like a bit early to the rest of the business and got everything ready by then. And I remember at that time we were like running around finding sanitizer from the shops. Shortage everywhere. And it was pretty good. It was stressful, but we have a lot of government support as well. So the business was all right at that time, and I'm quite grateful because that means my husband can get to spend a bit more time at home because of the pandemic, and we have to switch to takeaway only. We don't need as many staff as the dine-in.
Yeah. And did you find that the local community came and rallied around you and, got heaps of takeaway?
Yes, we do. We have a lot of support as well over there. Like we have a lot of regular customers who come in, and we at one point thought that doing just takeaway is not that bad at all. Like, it's not as crazy as dine-in, and the revenue is not like absolutely bad. Like it's okay to go ahead to survive.
Yeah. How did you find the process of reopening and going through the various stages of restrictions?
Not too bad. I think the guideline is pretty clear to us that what we need to do at the time. So not too bad. So my husband was quite good at all of these things. He's a handyman as well. So he got all the things organized, moved all the extra table and chairs back home, and then just put all the sign up. Yeah, he's quite enjoying I don't know, should I say enjoying the process? Like he's quite quick-witted. Like he responds really well to the situations.
Interesting. So how do you guys sort of divide up the job of running the cafes?
Oh, you know what? It's pretty. The lockdown came in quite in a good timing because everything went to takeaway. We're not quite as stressed as we would have been if it wasn't in a lockdown. So that means we can split stuff from the first cafe to our second cafe for now, because we have extra stuff laying over there, like free to do, like 3 hours. So yeah, we are able to split stuff now. We just try to look for more stuff in case of lockdowns going over like in 2 days. Yeah, we will need more stuff than when we open Jack the Geezer back to dine-in. Yeah.
And do you feel that the customers that you've got in Middle Park and in Murrumbeena are different, or do you see a lot of similarities? It's just so interesting, like cafes in different neighbourhoods whose communities want different things.
They not that much different. Probably the age range are a little bit different. In Middle Park, we have more elderly people. In here, it's like between 30s to 40s with young kids, young families in Murrumbeena. So yeah, so in Middle Park, the customer would be more health conscious, and than the Murrumbeena one, I should say. But as the takeaway, for now, we have designed the menus to be the same as the Giza one. And yeah, it's pretty popular at the moment. We have just pastry, cake slice, and takeaway drinks and all that. And yeah, we on the weekend we sold out everything.
Really, that's so good.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's great. You know, I've been actually really surprised and really heartened at the number of new businesses that have opened over the past few months in Melbourne, and a lot of people are planning to open new restaurants and cafes. What was the process for you guys to decide to do something new in such a tricky economic and, I guess, health climate?
I should say my husband always, it's Kane's idea. My husband Kane's idea. He always loved to be like in business. So he always look out for opportunity. And we've been in the Murrumbeena local for quite some time. And we have seen this milk bar just sitting there, not getting much business. And in this area also, you would need to dry a little bit to get coffee. So he's been eyeing on that milk bar for quite some time, and finally got the courage to go in and then negotiate with the landlord and get that started. And yeah, I know it's tough in this economic situation, but we managed to save a little bit and give it another go because such a good opportunity. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. And how are you feeling about it? Like, how do you feel confident that it's going to do really well?
Yes. Given that this is our second cup of cafe, yeah, we have more confidence than when we were set up the first one. So we think this where we have at the moment is really good locations. Yeah, pretty confident that it will do good.
Great. It's so good. And are you feeling confident that the 5-day lockdown will indeed be 5 days and that you can get people in the dining room on Thursday?
Yeah, I really hope it's just the 5 days, finger crossed, so everyone can go back to the normal life. Even with my little one, he just started prep, and I hope that he can just go back to school and learn and not do homeschooling. So yeah, hopefully it's just the 5 day, but I have heard rumors that it probably could be extended. I'm not sure. I'm on the news every day for that.
Yeah, well, I don't think any of us really know, but I think things are hopefully on track, and we can sit down and have something delicious at Jack the Geezer on Thursday. So when I come in, what should I have?
I would recommend the Geezer.
What is that?
So we have these so we have poached eggs, also the bacon. You can also add smoked salmon on top, but it was my always go-to dish when I go to Jack the Geezer. Yeah,
fantastic. Well, thanks so much, Jesslyn. It's great to hear the optimism and to chat to someone who's really kind of thinks lockdown's working out all right for them. It's great. And I wish you all the best with both businesses. Thanks so much for chatting to Dirty Linen today.
Thank you, Dani. Thanks for having me.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.
This is Dirty Linen, and I'm Dani Valent. We air the issues that the hospitality industry finds hard to talk about. We spend a week thrashing around each issue, hearing from different people with unique perspectives. We want to hear from you as well. If you have something that needs to be said about a topic, get in touch so we can include your perspective. Contact us at dirtylinen@deepintheweeds.com.au or hit us up on Insta at Dirty Linen Podcast. We can't wait to hear from you.
This is a Deep in the Weeds production.